Before we start, I just wanted to take a moment as chair of the LKU Kanban Coaching Professional Advisory Board to recognize the latest candidate to receive the KCP credential. We evaluate people during these type of events throughout the year. And to acknowledge Luis Castro-Poe from Siemens. He provided LKU with a case study of his coaching experience using the Kanban method across Siemens with teams in the US, Brazil, Russia, and Romania. We also received testimonials from his customers. And last night, he participated in a roundtable coaching discussion with myself and some others who I wanted to briefly thank because it kind of threw their evenings out of whack. Mike Burrows, Dr. Klaus Leopold, Pavel Brzezinski, and Alexei Zeglov. So thank you and congratulations, Louis.
All right, so let's get going with the Ignite Lightning Talks for today. So today is our last session for the talks. Again, my name is Eric Green, happy to coordinate these talks this year. So looking forward to 5 more speakers with interesting content. Please help me to welcome our first speaker, Mike Birkhead.
Thanks, Eric. Keyword there is interesting. All right, I'll take that. So before I get started, just like 1 minute public service announcement, which is for your benefit. Everybody received some of these dry erase markers in your bags, and one special person at the very end, it's colored red. So if you have those, bring them to me either today or tomorrow, and you'll receive a very special gift. Okay. As well, there's a website on it, LKNA14.com. If you go sign up there, there's free ebooks and some questions if you want to answer, so on and so forth. So 2 things to think about after this mini Ignite. Okay. As well, this is clicker free, so I'm not going to be clicking through it. This is as the Ignite process starts. We will start now. Okay, so today's discussion is a story a true story about myself and a network engineer. I thought it was a failure, which in fact turned out to be a mini success, and I like those better than the failures themselves. It did happen in this area, and you know, San Francisco has a history of activism and truth and being able to speak your mind, and so neither one of us was surprised by each other's position once we understood each other's really core thoughts. Today is a very special day with the Ignite process. I'm going to say something and reveal something to you that I've thought about for 15 years, and I think San Francisco is a very well-deserved place to do this. It's something that I've kind of denied myself, but it's truth. I'm in middle management. Yes, I own it. It's something I'm not proud of. I'm not embarrassed about it, but it's something that just kind of happened. And so this will be part of that journey that I've been through, as well as the story that I had with my mojo. This is the definition of middle management, but we don't even need to read it to really understand what middle management is. Middle management, essentially, you're sandwiched in between senior execs and folks that are actually doing the work. And that's a tough spot to be in. Complex relationships. Some of the motivating quotes to me, this one is, middle management are often dismissed as paper pushers, perpetuators of groupthink, and symbols of organizational bloat. I love waking up in the morning and seeing that and going to work and saying, yes, I'm going to change it. This guy is what we think about when we think about middle management. I have people skills, and this guy doesn't, but some of us do. And so otherwise, there wouldn't be 5 million of us in the UK or 11 million of us in the US. So we probably get some things done, deal with HR, push paper, perpetuate bloatedness, all that stuff. And it's something that, I take full heart in every day of the week. There we go. Project Phoenix is something that actually helped me reveal what my pathetic middle management life was. Bill basically was the the protagonist in the book, and it described my role to the T in many different organizations. I highly suggest you read it by Gene Kim. Holacracy is a method of business structure that's looking to get rid of middle management altogether, which I support, and that's going to be something that you're going to hear about pretty soon as well. Now, while Holacracy is going to get rid of middle management, I believe that middle management and management is the problem, that they have problems that they can solve. They have problems that are made by themselves. Slow, sometimes ineffective, they don't listen to their teams, and they're not too apt to provide trust. How do I know that? Because I deal with them. This one's a good example. This one's a management stand-up that I used to attend. My boss was there. Notice we're not standing up. The clock says that we've been there a while. Those usually lasted an hour and a half, and at the time it was all I could do to stay awake. So that's a clear reason not to have a stand-up. Now, management is also the solution. They can resolve some of the problems. They can trust their people, empower people, and I don't like that word. They can be self-organized and self-educate. So while they have the problem in hand, they also have the solution. I can't believe I'm talking this fast. So it's not all bad news, you know. So it's not all bad news. You know, we get paid decent for the area. Job growth is going to be good. You know, the Wall Street Journal kind of downplays us and also revels in our despair at the same time. But it all goes down to the story that I'm going to talk about, which is about my mojo, who's a key network engineer, doesn't document things, and doesn't cross-train people. He goes missing in action during my iteration. After about a couple days, I had to go looking for him. I IM'd him, emailed, telephone, drove by his cubes, nothing. That was for about a week. Finally, I saw him, and my desk was only 60 feet from his, so he was hiding out. So I finally came across him, jumped into his cube, kind of more swooped in and cornered him. And I said, "Hey, you know, my mojo, what's up?" I thought something was happening at home. He said, "No, I'm just too busy." I said, "Oh, okay, well, we need you to attend because you're part of the group, and we want to learn from you, and you know all that stuff." And he was like, "I don't believe in Agile." I'm like, "Well, what? What do you mean you don't believe in Agile?" He goes, "No, I don't get it. I don't want to do it. We don't collaborate." I said, "Well, you got to join to collaborate," and he just wouldn't have it. And this was all while he's talking to the screen. I'm talking to him. Well, I threw everything at him that I could, everything that I learned in business school. I talked about Peter Senge and be part of the change. I talked about Bruce Lee, you know, be the water, not the rock, with ethos, pathos, logos. He didn't want any of it. Finally, I said, "Okay, do you want to get out?" And he said, "Yes." I let him go out of the team. The takeaway from this is not everybody's going to be on the Agile bus. Some people are going to be under the Agile bus, and at times you're going to have to sacrifice one team member for the greater the good. And lastly, when you come to San Francisco, wear flowers in your hair. Thank you.